Welcome to Lie, Cheat, and Steal, the game where you have to find out who has all the answers. 8 players will answer questions to add money to their team bank. The more obscure the answer, the more money they make. However, one of them has been given all the answers, and their goal is to find that person. After every 2 questions, they will vote out the player they believe to be the cheater. Cheater, feel free to add as much or as little to the pot as you like. Give wrong answers if you think it'll help, but just don't get caught. The cheater has been randomly chosen by a third party. And tonight, that third party is Brian. Say hi, Brian.
Hello.
All right. Now let's meet our team for tonight. First up, we have CK. CK, are you the cheater?
Am I the cheater? Of course not.
And we have Lydia. Lydia, are you the cheater?
I'm not a crook.
And Joe. Joe, is it you?
Never the cheater. No.
And Susan. Susan, are you the cheater?
I am not the cheater.
Ash. Ash, is it you?
No, I am not the cheater. I just have a really random knowledge arc.
Nate, are you the cheater?
I'm still not, as I've never been before in the past either, and never will be.
That might actually be correct. You might never have been. Ian, are you the cheater?
I am not the cheater.
And finally, Liz. Liz, are you the cheater?
I am not the cheater.
All right, well, one of them has already begun the lying, and honest players, it's your job to find out who. Let's play our first question. Okay, name the top 10 most spoken languages in homes in the United States. Number 1, the most spoken language, the most obvious, worth 50 cents, all the way up to $5 for the 10th most spoken language. As an added bonus, the first person in tonight's game who finds a number 10 answer will get immunity for that round, so keep that in mind. CK, you've been randomly selected to go first, so go ahead.
I'm going to guess Mandarin.
Yeah, put all the Chinese languages together. Mandarin Chinese is number 3, $1.50. Lydia.
How about Portuguese?
Portuguese, not in the top 10, no. Sorry about that. Joe.
How about French?
Yep, French is number 7. Very nice.
Oui. Oh.
And minus points for the accent.
I didn't know you were doing minus points there.
Well, now you owe the game 50 cents.
It's like Marge Simpson on Jeopardy.
Oh,
Please Venmo Colin to continue playing.
All right, Susan.
Korean.
Yeah, good answer. Korean is number 8. So $4 there. Yep. Only 2 higher. Ash.
It's a big one around here in the Cleveland area. I'm going to say German.
Yeah, that is number 10.
Oh,
I would have thought that would have been higher, but yeah, number 10. So you get 5, and you have immunity through this round, so you cannot be the first player voted off. So doubly good for you. Nate, you are next.
I would not have guessed German was on there at all, and I was going to guess Korean, so I'm going to go with Vietnamese.
Remember the Amish, Nate. Remember the Amish.
That's true. It's like
The most
kind of
pacifist battle cry ever. Yeah. Yeah, Vietnamese is number 5, $2.50. Very good. Ian.
I don't even know. I mean, like, I feel like the top 2 were super easy, so I don't want to try for that. I mean, a bunch of like things like this. Let's go with Japanese.
That is a good guess, but it does not make the top 10, no. But at least you didn't chicken out and take those bottom 2.
I was going to say Japanese, so thank you for failing before me.
Thanks.
Liz and Ian working together again. Okay.
Oh,
Liz,
yay.
what do you think?
United.
Arabic.
Yeah, Arabic is number 6. It's $3, and no one took the bottom 2, so very impressive. Everyone has a bit of guts here. We'll go over the other answers here. Shocker. English,
Wow.
Spanish. Who would have guessed it, right? Tagalog. And number 9 for 450 would have been Russian.
Damn it.
Oh.
That's the other one I wanted to say.
Well,
I would've
And
guessed-
most of that Russian comes from Rudy Giuliani's apartment today. So
I was just gonna say, was this poll taken in Washington D.C. or?
yes.
all right, moving on to the second
Podiums.
question. The values are doubled here. Okay. Fill in the blanks in these children's shows that currently or used to air on Nick Jr. Blues blank, Dora the blank, Bob the blank, Blank Patrol, Gullah Gullah blank, Allegra's blank, The Wubbulous World of blank, The Busy World of blank, Papa Beaver's blank, and Blank Castle. Lydia, you get to go first.
I'm a little bit too old for Nick Jr., but I have heard of Paw Patrol.
That is correct. Paw Patrol, $4. Good. Joe.
Yeah, I'm not too good with Nick Jr. either, so I'm going to go ahead and take the physical challenge.
Your physical challenge is naming Nick Jr. shows as the prize of
Still
the
gets
Okay, I have heard of a couple of right at the bottom of the list there. So Bob the Builder, is that right?
That is right, Bob the Builder. Susan, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it because I just want to say these words. Papa Beaver's Story Time.
Papa Beaver's Story Time is correct, and you get to say that on air. So
Anytime I get to say Beaver as a
Doubly good.
Canadian.
I was gonna say, dude, you're Canadian. You should be saying it at least 50 times a day, no questions asked. Like,
and I believe that was a Canadian show originally, or not?
I'm not sure. I think it might have been.
Ash, you're next.
let's see here. Ooh. One that I remember because it came out right when I was the correct age for it was Eureka's Castle.
You have gotten both number 10 answers.
What?
Eureka's Castle.
The first one was Blind Dumb Luck. That one I straight up knew as soon as I saw Castle. I'm like, dude, that's Eureka's Castle. Those are my boys. Like,
Nate, you're up.
So my kids happen to be the right age to have watched all of these. My kids are 18 and 23 now. I didn't know number 10 though, but number 8 is The Busy World of Richard Scarry.
Nate, you didn't know number 10
Correct.
because I'm 38, and like I said, that came out when I was the right age for it.
Dad, I didn't know that at all. My daughter was born right in time to be like the first group of kids watching the ones on the bottom there, the very bottom. I'm not going to say it in case anybody doesn't know about Blues something or other.
Yeah, Busy World of Richard Scarry is correct. Ian.
I mean, I got really excited when I saw Nick and didn't realize it was Nick Jr. So now I'm kind of screwed. But I guess I'll just go for the most money I can and say Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer, you got it.
You like hesitated for a sec, and I was like, "Oh my god, am I even gonna get this wrong?"
Just the minor heart attack, and then I give it to you.
Jeez.
Liz.
The theme song that for some reason everyone at school started singing way too old for anyone to be watching Nick Jr. is Gullah Gullah Island.
That's right. Gullah Gullah Island.
It
guys
was
know
on
your
the
Nick
jukebox
Jr.?
at the bar I worked at for a while, so yeah, I don't understand that one either.
But
And,
okay, but that was a thing. People would sing it.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
What?
That was absolutely a thing.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that the Gullah 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 Chameleon?
Nope. And those
Yeah,
it's
no?
not the
Okay,
words
got it.
either.
All right.
You are like,
And CK.
All right, so yeah, I don't know very many of these. I'm way beyond that. I'm just gonna say Blue's Clues For the dollar. I'll take it.
Blue's Clues is correct.
Sorry, that was Blues Brothers. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say White Castle for number 10, but you took it.
Blue and Kumar go to White Castle. You know?
Oh, I would have
That's
got
my
That
favorite.
I would watch.
All right, 2 questions down. It's almost time to vote. Remember, if you vote out the cheater, the bank stays the same. A new cheater will be assigned at random. If you fail to eliminate the cheater, the bank gets cut in half, and an honest player will leave the game. If anyone would like to throw any accusations out, now is the time. Remember, Ash won the immunity. He cannot be voted out this round.
which is a shame.
'Cause he got on the top.
No, seriously, that first one was blind dumb luck. Just because I live so close to Amish country, I'm like, dude, it has to be German. It has to be.
But if you were the cheater, I mean,
Yeah.
you know you're going to get immunity if you say number 10. So that would be the time to.
That's a real strong move, though, to go for both number 10s. You know,
Oh, Eureka's
and get
got
immunity
it.
for one round, and then set yourself up.
There's
for
no way I could dig it up now because, we're kind of on a time constraint, whatever, but I have shoeboxes full of old McDonald's toys and Burger King toys and stuff, and my Eureka's Castle toys are in their own little separate box because, yeah, they meant a lot to me when I was growing up.
That does sound like a very Ash thing, to be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I believe it.
Would someone like to accuse someone who actually has a chance of being voted out? All right, so go over to here. Or yeah, you said an window and the Websless World of Dr. Seuss.
Oh.
As a team, we have banked 61.50,
strong first round.
and here's the leaderboard for round 1 with how much money each of you added to the bank.
Oh, damn.
Anyone want to say anything else before we vote?
See, Susan's close to me too, so
I don't know that mocking players for doing well will get you very far.
It's not really a long-term strategy.
it's a new strategy. I'm trying it out. We'll see.
Scores almost look like a bell curve from top to bottom.
Almost.
Almost.
Liz ruined it though.
I think I'm the one messing that up, actually.
Well, we can switch spots.
More scores.
All right, so I need the 8 of you to please lock in your votes for who you think the cheater is, and we'll see who you vote out. All right, all 8 players are locked in. It's time to see what you've decided. If you fail to vote out the cheater, you'll lose half of your bank, and an honest player will leave the game. Let's see who the first player voted out will be. And Ash, we will start with you, because we know you have immunity and can't be voted out. Who did you pick?
I voted for CK. She seemed to not know. Like, it was suspicious how little she knew.
That is 1
Especially-
vote for CK. All right,
Especially with her
Nate.
whole, like, I'm just here to make y'all look smarter. Like,
Nate, who did you say?
So I actually had some of the same vibe, and I voted for CK as well. I felt like it was like she was picking answers like I would if I was cheating and wanted to slip under the radar.
That is 2 votes for CK. CK, who did you vote for?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm older than you guys think. Not a big fan of Nick, but anyway, no, I'm just that stupid. I'm sorry, but I voted for Nate because I thought he was over-explaining his answers.
Nate, because
I
he's
overthink and
over-explained.
over-explain all the time. Are you not?
And now he's going to give a 5-page synopsis as to why he voted for you. Lydia, who do you think?
I have updated my Wikipedia page.
I voted for Susan because of Papa Beaver.
Just wanted to say it out loud too.
Yes, I want to say thank you.
Susan, who did you vote for?
How dare you impugn my beaver, Lydia? I am now regretting that I voted for Liz.
Oh, no.
Okay, 1 for Liz, 1 for Susan, 1 for Nate, 2 for CK. Liz,
I voted for Lydia because she was the cheater last time, and I figured the behavior would roll over.
them.
first round strategies are fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Joe, how about you?
Beaver. I voted for Liz.
Okay, 2 votes for Liz, 2 votes for CK. Ian, are you going to break the tie?
I mean, I would normally vote for Liz, but instead I had to defend her honor, and
No,
I
you
voted for Susan.
Which means we have 2 votes for Susan, 2 votes for CK, and 2 votes for Liz. That means we have a tie. I'm sorry, you failed to eliminate the cheater. And now the cheater gets to pick off the player of their choice. All right, so I need everyone to lock in their votes. Please send them to Brian. Only the cheater's vote counts for anything. Okay, the cheater has locked in their vote. Now an honest player is going to go home. Just a reminder, I don't know who the cheater is. The cheater sent their vote to Brian, and then Brian sent it to me, so I have no clue. I'm playing along with you guys.
But you know who it isn't.
I know who it isn't now, but you will also all know in about 10 seconds. So if I click your name and it turns green, you're safe through the next round. If it's red, you're the player the cheater has chosen to eliminate. So for example, we know Ash is safe, so it turns green for him. He is on to the next round, which we already knew. Lydia, you're safe. Liz, you're safe. CK. Oh no, CK, I'm sorry. The cheater has chosen you. We know you obviously weren't the cheater. Hopefully you can come back at the end and make some money. Team,
sorry,
let an honest player be eliminated because you couldn't vote the cheater out. So your bank is cut in half. $30.25, 7 players left. Hopefully they can find the cheater. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 7 players remain with $30.25 in the bank. Now it's time for round 2. Players, now's a good time to talk about your rollover option. If at some point you don't know an answer, you'd like to pass it to a team member, or you're suspicious of someone and want to put them on the spot, use your rollover. That's the R you see there under your name. You each have 1 to use over the course of the game. Use it wisely. And we have a little information about our third party as well. Brian tonight has a very special way of choosing the cheater at random, and he wants to tell us all about that.
Okay, well, instead of using a random number generator as we normally would, I decided to go a little bit different. I named a deadly poison after each one of you, and I drank them until I found one that I was not immune to.
All right, let's play our next question. Name the top 10 best-selling Ford vehicles of all time. Pretty self-explanatory. The best-selling is worth 50 cents all the way up to $5. And Joe, you are at the top of the batting order this time.
The only ones I'm thinking of, I feel like are going to be high on the list, but I will say a Mustang. Sadly.
Yeah. Number 6.
Oh, I thought it would be higher.
$2 for you. Yeah, a little higher than you were probably thinking. Susan.
I'm gonna go with a Ford F-150.
Yes, the entire F series of trucks is number 1. Ash.
The Explorer. Oops.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you got a number 3 in a row, number 10 answer? But you're really close. Number 9.
Nice. Go living in a city that deals with automotives.
I thought that would have been higher, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Exploder? Well, there was those whole like 4 years where they couldn't sell it because all the recalls and stuff.
And it's all time, and that was only introduced in what, the 90s?
Yeah.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah. Nate.
About the Ford Taurus.
Ford Taurus, number 8.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Oh, I thought that was going to be higher too.
Ian.
Just gonna pick one I think is kind of safe and say the Focus.
Number 5.
Okay, not as safe as I
250.
thought.
We're doing very well on this question.
Everybody in my high school drove one of those. I was the only one who didn't.
Yeah.
Liz.
I should be better at this, considering I worked on the advertising campaign for Ford.
Dude, you did, please.
That's pretty sad to admit before you give a wrong answer.
Oh no, the Ford Edge.
That's a good one.
And that is a wrong answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, too obscure.
Lydia.
It could be a car. It could be a profession. The Ford Escort.
Yes, it is both, and it is on the board. Very cheap Escort, $1. All
Now
right.
that's my wheelhouse. No, I'm just kidding.
Respect change.
Yeah, when you take
All
it to
right,
the
good job
mechanic,
with that
that's
question. We'll
escort
go over the other
service.
answers. Number
Is the
3 was
Fiesta?
the Model
Dude,
T.
please tell me the Fiesta's on here.
Fiesta.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No way.
The Transit.
Things that I've never even heard of.
And the $5 answer would have gotten you the most money. The LTD.
Wait, I thought LTD was just a model. Wow. Wow.
The
These are all
LTD
models.
the
I
LTD
thought of
is
that
what
one
used
because
to
my
be the-
mom had that.
what the Taurus. They basically renamed it the Taurus.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, Taurus. Growing up.
All right,
so-
we'll move on to our next question. Okay. Name the movie villain by their first line of dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, due to the Nakatomi Corporation's legacy of greed around the globe, it is about to be taught a lesson on real power. Who killed my sister? Good morning, you're one of Jack Crawford's, aren't you? Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans? Well, quite a glittering assemblage, King Stefan. Gee, I'm sorry I didn't hear you in the rain. Go ahead in, please. We're just outside Silver Creek. You've been here 2 days. You're going to be okay. Is he bothering you? Jason, why are you such a skis? Well, now, what's it to be, Lord? Another widow? How many has it been? 6, 12? Morning, Mr. Simmons. Ready for our little game. And I need the name of the character, not the name of the movie. Unless it's the same thing, obviously. And Susan, you were first.
And Susan is very grateful to be first because she knows a total of 2 of these. Who killed my sisters? The Wicked Witch of the West.
That's right, the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. All right, Ash, you're next.
Number 1, I'm real solid with. Number 3 reminds me of being 10. So is that Mr. Hannibal?
Yeah, I'll accept that. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Yep.
Sorry,
$3.
Dr. Hannibal.
I see.
Sorry,
it.
my
Dr.
bad.
Hannibal Lecter. Yep.
My bad, doctor.
Right.
Dr. Hannibal, Mr. Lecter.
Great. Now every doctor on YouTube is gonna leave a crappy comment. What did that guy say? No, just kidding.
You respect his title. Nate.
Okay, I know the movie the number 8 is from, but I can't remember their name, and it's killing me. But further down, 6 is Norman Bates from Psycho.
Yes, that is right. Norman Bates from Psycho. Very good.
Oh my god, I just realized number 8, Nate, when you talked about it.
Ian.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say number 10 is Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. That's a good guess, but no, that's not right.
Yeah.
And Ash kind of has just announced he knows the number 8 answer, so if someone wants to roll over, you have that option. Liz, you're up.
Well, I know number 8, so thank you for not doing that.
You're welcome.
It's Regina George.
That is correct. Regina George from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Would you like your muffin buttered?
We watched that for school.
Lydia.
Wasn't out at all when I was in school.
I think that the $4 answer is Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. That's correct. From the original Star Wars. $4. Joe.
Well, the only one left that I have a guess on other than number 1 is number 5. And I think because it's King Stefan, that would be Maleficent.
That is right. Maleficent from Disney's Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. Good round for everybody here. All right. We'll go over the other ones. Number 1.
Tom
Hans
Gruber.
Hans
Gruber from
Gruber.
Die Hard. Yep. 7 is Annie Wilkes from Misery.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
9 and 10 are pretty tough. 9 is Preacher Harry Powell from The Night of the Hunter. And the $10 answer was Ulrich Goldfinger from Goldfinger.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to tally up the scores. If anyone would like to make an accusation before that, go ahead.
Ian, did you not go for Darth Vader because you just wanted more money?
So I couldn't remember like what transmissions would go to what movie. Like, it's tough when it's like every movie ever, you know?
I figured you'd know that one right off the bat. So.
I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of Star Wars. I just really enjoy Star Wars.
But it's Darth Vader. It's not like it's a minor character.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know as much about Darth Vader as you do about Regina George.
Joe, how did you remember the king's name in Sleeping Beauty? Because I feel like that's a tough one to remember. And
Yeah, I've spent way too much of my life watching Disney movies between working at Disney World and
no matter how much we've watched.
yeah, and Sleeping Beauty was actually my oldest sister's favorite, and she played the song at her wedding and all kind of stuff. So I know that movie a lot better than probably other people do because it's not one of the more famous ones.
You have a total of 73-75, but if you fail to vote the cheater out, you're going to lose half of that. Here's the leaderboard. Liz, very consistent, $8 both rounds. Ian, pretty consistent as well.
Almost as consistent.
Nate's pretty consistent as well. Yep. Would anyone else like to throw out an accusation before we vote?
I mean, I don't know. We all started getting suspicious of Ash, and now he's down half as much money as before.
I don't. I'm not a big movie guy. I don't know. Like,
Ash, do you want to accuse anybody?
I mean, everybody had a brilliant round, honestly.
Ian made $250.
Yeah. For Ian, that's
thanks for the shout out, bud.
it's really good for him considering the questions that we had on the board. I'm just saying, like,
Wow.
I am a little weirded out by how Liz kept the exact same dollar amount, though.
Players, lock in your votes. Okay, all the votes are in, and it's time to see who the players have voted for this time around. Last time you tied, so let's hope it's not that bad this time. Lydia, we'll start with you. Who do you think the cheater is?
I voted for Nate because of his background. I figured he would say, "This is fine."
Nice.
Okay, one vote for Nate. Joe, who do you think the cheater is?
I stuck with Liz because I didn't feel like changing my mind.
Easy.
That's why Ian stuck with me too.
All right, so we have one vote for Liz and we have one vote for Nate. Susan.
Purely from revenge, I voted for Lydia.
That is a good motivator in this game, to be fair. Ash, you're up.
I voted for Susan because I just thought it was too far of a slide from the first round. It was like, you know, I mean, why not just score 0 there, lady? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Wow.
You're halfway through a Jerry Lewis impression, so you lose money. Okay.
No.
Liz, you're next.
I voted for Ian because
Why?
I genuinely thought that you were gonna go for the Darth Vader one and then you didn't, and that
Ian.
threw me.
Sorry.
Ian is suspicious for not knowing Star Wars, apparently. Okay.
Yes.
One Ian, one Lydia, one Liz, one Nate, one Susan. Nate.
I chose Ash with the theme of not having any consensus at all.
All right. One for Ash. So we have 6 players with 6 different votes. Ian, it all comes down to your vote. Maybe we'll have a 7-way tie if you voted for Joe, or maybe you'll break this thing up. Who is it? Who'd you say?
Oh no, now I feel so bad for doing this for no reason, but I voted for Lydia.
Oh no, Lydia. Lydia, with
You get for
just
voting
2
for me,
votes, it
Lydia.
is enough. The team has accused you of being the cheater. Now we have to know, Lydia, were you the cheater?
I was not the cheater.
She was not the cheater. I'm sorry.
Did you wear your hat just to throw it? Like, yeah.
You've lost half your money. You're down to 31-38. 6 players remain. Hopefully they find the cheater when we come back. Back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 2 honest players out of the way. 1 cheater still in the game. A little over $30 in the bank. It's time for our answer board. Got 20 possible answers up there. 10 will be right, 10 will be wrong. The more obscure answer is worth more money, as always. So here's the question. Which of these are songs released by the Beach Boys? These have to be either on an album officially released or as a single release. Here we go. Surfin', Surfer, Surfin' USA, Surf Around, Surf City,
Yeah.
Surfer Boy, Surfer Girl, Surfing Bird, Sidewalk Surfing, Surfing Safari, Surf's Up, Surfer's Rule, The Surfer Moon, Surf Ire Thing, Your Sister Can't Surf, Mother's Surfing Boogie, South Bay Surfer, Noble Surfer, A Life of Surfdom, and Still Surfer. 10 are right, 10 are wrong.
Oh my god.
Ash,
You only did this
you are
category because I'm stuck in 1990 and still have a giant piece of metal going through my tongue. Surfer Girl.
Surfer Girl, light it up and see. That is real, $1.50. Nicely done.
Amazing.
Nate.
It could pretty much be any of these that have surf in it, right? I know a couple that are likely to be low-scoring ones. But I know that the Surfer Moon.
Surfer Moon. That is right. $3. Very good. Ian.
I'm kind of like debating just going for one and seeing what happens, but I'm going to use my rollover and roll over to Ash.
Okay. Ian is using his rollover, and it rolls back to Ash. Ash, you're up again.
I gotta go with one that I know for a fact. It's Surfing USA.
Surfing USA. Yep. Most obvious answer.
Easiest one.
Well, because I'm stuck between a couple other ones, and I didn't want to burn the rollover for the team, Ian. I wanted to throw at least a little money on the board for all of us.
Hey, money is money. Liz, you are next.
I want to applaud you for Surf Ire Thing and A Life of Surfdom.
Right?
Or maybe applaud the Beach Boys.
I was going to say, are you saying that it might not be real?
No, no, they cannot be real. I like saying Surf and Safari, so I'm going to say Surf and Safari.
Surf and Safari. Let's light it up and see. Yep. $1.
Yeah.
See, that was one of the ones I was stuck on. I was like, is that?
That is right. Yeah. All right, Joe.
Man, just took my my only answers back to back there. I gotta. I'm gonna say surfing.
Surfing. Yes, their very first single.
I mean,
$2.
start strong.
Very good. And Susan, let's see if we can go 6 for 6.
I would have done better if these were Smurfing songs. I'm just gonna guess and say Your Sister Can't Surf.
Sister Can't Surf. No, that is not real. I'm sorry.
Aw.
All right,
Don't worry, she's Canadian. Don't hold it against her.
The correct answer
Surfing in
is
Vancouver, right?
Surfer's Rule, Surf's Up, which is not about surfing.
What?
Wait, what?
It's not about surfing. South Bay Surfer.
What could it possibly be about?
It's very vague.
Is
Noble
it
Surfer.
about doing the pot? No, I'm just
I think it's about getting right with God. And Still Surfing
What?
is number 5, the $5 answer.
Wow.
Those would have been the right answers. Yep.
still surfing.
Everybody? All right.
It's some
next
good
question.
trick ones on there. Like a lot of people think Surf City is a Beach Boys song.
All right. Name the U.S. presidents these people assassinated or plotted to assassinate. John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, John Hinckley Jr., Lynette Squeaky Fromm, Leon Czolgosz, Charles Guiteau, Ronald Jean Barber, Arthur Bremer, John Fleming Schrank, and Raymond Lee Harvey. Okay, and Nate is first this time.
Ooh, that's a good one. So I'm going for John Schrank was Teddy Roosevelt. He's an attempted.
Yeah, that is right. Teddy Roosevelt.
I know that because of the story where he He shot him before he was supposed to give a speech, and he didn't kill him, so he just gave the speech anyway.
Ian.
Ah, boy. Just gonna go with the highest one I know, which is Lee Harvey Oswald was JFK.
That is right.
I mostly know that because of the Umbrella Academy.
Liz.
Well, that was the highest one I knew, so I will just go with John Wilkes Booth for Abraham Lincoln.
Yes,
yeah,
Abraham Lincoln. That is right.
No, it was from Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Joe, you're up.
I'm going to take a shot at number 6.
Bad line for this category.
Nice. Number 6, I'm going to say McKinley.
Charles Guiteau was not McKinley. I'm sorry. Susan.
The other one I was thinking.
After embarrassing myself with surfing songs, I'm going to say Raymond Lee Harvey tried to assassinate Jimmy Carter.
That is correct. $10. Jimmy Carter.
With a starter pistol.
Does anybody else think it's weird that Raymond Lee Harvey Oswald was never an answer on Wheel of Fortune?
I mean,
Yeah.
Lee Harvey must just be the name for assassins. That is really bizarre. All
Wait,
right.
I think it's weird that the Canadian is the one that got the number 10 answer.
You're not voting yet, CK. You got to wait for the audience vote.
Okay, done.
Hey, jump on the tracks there.
All right,
Canadians
Ash,
know a
we
lot
have
about
the top
dinners.
2 and bottom 2 out of the way, so pick somewhere in the middle.
Was Hinckley Reagan?
John Hinckley Jr.,
Okay.
Ronald Reagan, to impress
It was
Jody
like
Foster.
4.
All right, we'll go over the other answers here. Squeaky From was
Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford. Yep, member of the Manson family tried to kill Gerald Ford. Leon
What?
Shawgosh. You said it for 6 and you messed him up. That was McKinley and Guiteau was Garfield.
What was
I
that
always get
name?
him confused too.
Yeah,
I
what?
switched. Yeah.
Ronald Gene Barber was Bill Clinton.
Somebody
I don't
tried to
remember
kill
that.
Bill Clinton. I
Yeah,
don't
it was pretty well forgotten. And Arthur Bremer, Richard Nixon. As a team, your total stands at 64-38. But if you fail to vote out the cheater, that's going to be cut in half again. Here's our leaderboard. If anyone wants to make one last accusation before your vote, go ahead.
I will just say, I think people are trying to copycat my amount, and I don't appreciate it.
Look at all those 2s.
I feel
All
it's
right. Players, lock in your votes. All right, all the votes are in. Let's see if you've decided to vote out of the game. Joe, we'll start with you.
Oh, I switched to Nate.
Nate, 1 vote for Nate. Susan,
I also voted for Nate.
2 for Nate. Ash,
I literally typed in Nate, period. His debut as the cheater is tonight.
that's not looking good for Nate. Nate, who do you think?
I picked Joe.
Okay, 3 for Nate, 1 for Joe, 1 more for Nate, and he's gone. Ian,
I also picked Joe.
oh no.
who votes for Joe? So Liz, unless you voted for Joe, it's going to be Nate. Liz, who did you vote for?
I voted for Joe.
And we have a tie. All right.
Oh my God.
So I need everyone to please send Brian the name of the person they want to send home. Cheater, only your vote will count. Lock in your votes. Cheater's vote is locked in. We're going to see which of the 6 of you is going to be voted out of the game now. Remember, it does not have to be one of the 2 tied players. Nate and Joe did both receive 3 votes. So if I click your name and the screen is green, you're safe. If it's red, you're out of the game. But I will start with our tied players just for fun. Joe. Joe, you're through to the next round. Nate. Oh no, Nate, I'm sorry. You did not make your debut here tonight. The cheater has chosen you. Hopefully you can make some money at the end of the game by calling out the cheater. The bank's been cut in half again. 5 players remain, including the cheater. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. 3 players have been eliminated, all of them innocent. 2 of them because the players couldn't even come to a consensus about who to vote out. Hopefully that changes this round. Time for round 4. And here's the first question. Name the 10 named characters mentioned the most times in J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. And Ian gets to go first. Just a quick note, characters like the Elven King do not count because they're not given a name like Tim the Elven King. So it has to be a proper name. And Ian, you're first.
I'll just go with Smaug.
Yes, and the proper Tolkien pronunciation, Smaug, is
You're
right.
welcome.
Number 5,
You took mine.
250.
That's one. I love that dude.
All right.
Okay, Liz, your turn.
Gandalf.
Yes, Gandalf is number 3. $1.50. We are on to Joe.
Thorin?
Yeah, Thorin is number 2. $1. Getting all the popular ones. Susan.
Tim the Elf's brother-in-law, Elrond.
Elrond does not make the top 10. No.
Wow.
Only in 1 chapter. Yeah, I believe. Ash.
Balin?
Balin.
Balin? Balin?
Yeah, either way you say it, that is number 6. Very good.
Cool.
He is one of the dwarves, a little more characterization than the others, so 3 for
One
you.
of my favorite people to play in the Lord of the Rings GameCube game. I'm sorry, Nintendo box that came out in 2001.
I believe by Lord of the Rings, he was already dead.
No, there was a Hobbit game on GameCube.
Go over the other answers here. Number 1, of course, shocker, Bilbo.
Who?
Gollum,
Yeah.
Bjorn, Bomber, Bard, and the $5 answer would have gotten you the most money, Feely, who gets more mentions than his brother.
Wow, even Tolkien left out Tom Bombadil.
All right, moving on to our next question, and Liz will get to go first. All right, rearrange these anagrams to get the names of a top 100 U.S. city. These are all among the 100 most populous cities in the United States. Sobnot, salvages, Hylap, helipad, Wonky Cry Tie, Treason Cam, Oilman Penis, Crispit Chorus, Tanya Onions, Carpal Rid Snogs, and Snotman Lewis. Liz.
These are always impossible for me, but I actually did manage to get one, and it's Philadelphia for number 3.
Yeah, Philadelphia. That is right. $3. Joe.
I want more time to figure more of these out, but
Take a moment, look them over. That's
I think I did figure out number 8, San Antonio.
Tanya Onions is San Antonio. Very good.
Nice.
$8. All right, Susan.
I also want more time, but I think Wonky Cry Tie, I think, is New York City.
New York City. Yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
$4. Very good. Ash, you're next.
I want to pass to Jared, who's not even playing. I'm
You
just
cannot
kidding.
pass to an audience member.
Said all these.
Damn.
I'm working on it. I'm almost done.
You gonna run the category when we're
Wait.
finished?
Ooh, is number 1 Boston?
Yes.
Yes.
Sobnot, Boston. Very good.
How are these cities and not Jay Giles band songs?
Also, yes. It's a dual
I'm saving that one for when you play.
It's a dual category, Brian. It really,
And Ian.
I'll just round out those bottom ones and say number 2 is Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, that's right. All right, Jared, you want to go through them?
No.
No.
Okay, we can't vote for you.
Sacramento.
Oh, man.
Oil
I'm
and Penis is Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Oh,
Crispit Chorus, is Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, and that's where I stopped.
Carpool Rid Snogs. These are tough. Colorado Springs.
Oh,
And the $10 answer, Snotman Lewis.
No.
Winston-Salem.
Winston said, oh.
That's two
Yep, it's in the
cities.
top 100. Start the accusing.
I'm suspicious of everyone.
Yeah.
The last vote was 3 and 3. You are coagulating.
Yeah, Joe, you might want to defend yourself, seeing as how you got 3 votes last time. The other person who got 3 votes is not in the game any longer.
Yeah, I'll just say that voting for me again would be a mistake. So
The threat.
Oh man, that's a strong.
no, I just don't want to hurt the team by having you lose a lot of money again. So,
Now, you banked 57.19. It would hurt to lose half of that. Here are your totals. Ian and Liz have really just the two have become one. They're just
Oh,
scoring the same every
God.
round.
Oh,
Well, that's not suspicious, is it?
no. Oh.
All right.
I
Look at
hate when
those
we
scores.
accidentally match.
I know.
It's so creepy.
And 5 players, please lock in your votes. 5 players have locked in their votes. It's time to see who they voted for. We've gone 3 rounds without voting out the cheater to see if you're going to do it now. And we will start with Joe.
I voted for Ash this time.
Ash. Okay, 1 vote for Ash. Susan.
I remain clueless and have voted for Liz.
1 vote for Liz. Ash.
Okay, me?
Yep.
Sorry. I literally said Ian because I'm bored. Like I have no reasoning behind it.
1 for Ash, 1 for Liz, 1 for Ian.
Sorry,
All right,
bro.
Ian.
You're probably not gonna get voted out anyway, but like
It's happened before.
meh.
I actually was going to vote for Joe, but I was so swayed by what he said that I voted for Ash.
Liz.
Truly, I do not mean to be the same as
No.
Ian all the time.
Oh, okay.
But I voted for Ash as well.
That is 3 votes for Ash, and he has been voted out of the game. Ash, now we have to know. It's the moment of truth. 3 votes against you. Were you the cheater?
I mean, I've been in the soundproof booth the entire time with these earphones on. They're not connected to anything, but I've totally been receiving the answers because I'm the cheater.
Who
Yeah.
was the cheater? Nicely done, players.
Checked out.
All the money remains in the bank, and when we come back, there is going to be a new cheater randomly assigned. We'll be right back on Live Cheat and Steal. To 4, and a new cheater has been chosen. Just so we can confirm, Brian, you have chosen a cheater?
I have, and I found a new way of doing that this time, Colin.
Okay, what was that?
Okay, I named a strain of syphilis after each of you. Then I browsed Geraldo Rivera's medical records to see which of you turned up the most often.
Ooh.
I approve of this method.
I'm very curious as to who this is going to be. Okay, so we have a new cheater. Joe, is it you?
No, still not.
Susan, is it you?
Clearly not.
Ian, is it you?
It is very much not.
Liz, is it you?
No.
Okay, one of them has begun their lying. Let's play 2 more questions and add some more money to the bank, currently at 57.19. Okay, name the 10 greatest Denzel Washington performances according to an Insider article from this year. So just ranked in order of how they consider them great. And we're back to the top of the order. Joe is first. Everyone gets to go twice this round, so we'll go down once and then again.
I want to say this is the first movie I saw him in. Glory.
Yeah, it's Glory, number 3. $1.50.
Good movie.
Won an Oscar for that one.
Good movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Susan.
I'll say Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia is number 4. 2 for you. Ian.
I know that he was in like a Shakespeare thing. I think it was Much Ado About Nothing.
It was Much Ado About Nothing. Does not make the list though.
No, they usually love Shakespeare
Yeah.
things.
He was in a lot. Liz, you're next.
Fences.
Fences. Yeah. Number 6. $3. Very good. And we'll go around again. We're back to Joe.
Well, I'll just say the obvious, Training Day.
Yeah. Training Day, number 2. $1. Okay. Susan.
Malcolm X has to be on there.
Number 1, Malcolm X. Very good. We're back to Ian.
Don't know a whole lot of Denzel movies, but I believe the one with him and Dakota Fanning was Man on Fire.
Man on Fire does not make the top 10.
No, and I don't think it should, but that's what I know.
Even though you can't name 10, you know it's not worthy of the top 10.
Yep, exactly.
So you don't really know Denzel Washington,
Nope.
but immediately knew Dakota Fanning as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, she's great.
Do you know her as an adult?
She is an adult currently.
No, there's no way.
Liz,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Remember the Titans.
I was actually surprised this made the list, but yeah, Remember the Titans. $3.50. Okay, so $3.50 more for
Surprised
you.
I made the list. I thought he was great in that movie.
Yeah, that was a great. Movie.
No, I know, but he's been in so many like big dramatic movies. I'm surprised a Disney football movie made it.
Yeah, fair.
Devil in a Blue Dress. Flight.
Oh.
Cry Freedom, which is a fantastic movie. And The Hurricane.
Oh. Yeah.
Right. He's been in so many movies, yeah. All right, move on to our next question. I know this is Liz's favorite, and Ian's because Liz hates it.
Susan and I are both very
correct because I'm right.
I think
Okay.
your sole purpose is to break us up, and I'm into it.
Okay, name these Frasier characters. First names are fine. And Susan is first.
Oh, yay.
Oh my God.
Number 10 is Gil Chesterton.
That is correct. Gil Chesterton.
What? That is not it.
Well, it's not a real name. He's a
We were just
character.
talking in the break about the whitest name ever. I think that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Ian.
I mean, I'm gonna go for the only one where I think I can make any money and say number 1 is Niles.
That is not Niles. No, I'm kidding. That is Niles.
Oh God. Okay. I legitimately did not know.
I wouldn't put Frasier on here, so yeah. Liz.
So I do know number 3. Number 3 is Daphne.
That's right, Daphne Moon.
You're just scared to sweep this category.
This is prejudice against a dog.
It is her favorite
Dog
show.
was a bigger character than half these people, and the dog's not on here.
Yeah, I mean, I could only put 10. Joe.
Well, I can't think of number 9's name, so I'm going to say number 8 is Simon.
Simon Moon. That is correct. Very good. All right, and we are back to Susan.
I can't think of number 9's name either. Number 7 is Bulldog.
Bob Bulldog Briscoe. You got it.
He had more of a name.
Moore's name, but it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and it's really, really dumb.
His parents didn't name him Bulldog. Ian, we are back to you, and you don't have your rollover, so you have to answer.
Yeah, I wasted it on 50 cents. I mean, luckily number 6 is obviously Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster Fraser the Third. I'm sorry, no, that's not right. All right, Liz.
All right. I'm gonna use it. My rollover. Let's go, Susan.
All right,
Thank you.
Susan, to you.
Number 6 is Frederick Punky Brewster. Crane.
Frederick
correct.
Punky
Very good,
Brewster
Susan.
Crane. Joe and Susan, how many times have you watched Frasier in its entirety?
Twice.
Twice.
I don't know if I've watched all of them, but this is really weird. But in the UK, they replay episodes of Frasier first thing in the morning on Channel 4.
What?
And so like every time I go to London, I end up watching Frasier while I put my makeup on before breakfast.
Huh.
There's a channel that reruns Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond, which is it's the only place I've ever watched that show, and Judge Judy.
Oh.
And we are up to a very nice total of 108.69. Okay, so players, go ahead and lock in your votes. All the votes are in. Now it's time to see who the players have voted for. You'll be leaving the game and will not be making the final round. Okay, Liz, we'll start with you.
I voted for Ian.
Of course you did. One vote for Ian. Ian.
It was very rude of you,
Yeah.
but fortunately,
Oh.
I also voted for you.
Yay!
Yeah, one vote for Liz, one vote for Ian. What a surprise. They're fighting again. That never happened.
First.
Truly shocking. All right, let's see how the other votes went. Susan.
I feel terrible, but being clueless, I voted for Liz.
2 votes for Liz, 1 vote for Ian. Yeah, it's only been a cheater for 1 round. It is pretty tough. Joe.
And sorry, I also voted for Liz.
Yes!
3 votes for Liz, and she has been voted out of the game.
Vindication!
No!
Were you the cheater, Liz?
No!
What?
No,
You're
I
not
wasn't!
a cheater.
No, I
You're
just
down to
actually don't know Frasier.
$54.35. You just lost over $50 by voting out Liz. All right. 3 players remain. They'll be playing our final round when we come back. Welcome back to Lie, Cheat, and Steal. There's $54.35 in the bank, and the 3 players who remain have made it to our final round. In a few minutes, they'll make their final vote of the game. If the 2 honest players are able to vote the cheater out, they will split the entire bank. If they are not able to cut the bank in half once more, and an honest player we voted out, and the audience will make the ultimate decision. So you don't want your fate in the audience's hands. Find the cheater, vote them out. Here come our last 2 questions. Name the 10 North American cities that have hosted either the Summer or Winter Olympic Games. And Ian, you are first.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure Salt Lake City hosted one.
They did. Salt Lake City is number 6. Very good.
Ooh.
3 for you. Joe, you're next.
I want to say this just because I'm going before Susan, Vancouver.
Pettiness is the best reason for an answer. Vancouver's number 4. Susan.
Calgary.
Yep. Calgary is number 7, 350. Very good. We're back to Ian.
Crap.
Crap is not one of them.
Now I have absolutely no idea.
Crap, Texas.
I feel like there's like another really big one that I'm probably missing. Let's say Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Just
number 1.
The whole city. Oh, okay.
It is there, yeah.
Oh no, that must have been awful.
Yeah.
I think that was 1984. Joe, your turn.
I remember hearing that St. Louis hosted one a long time ago, and I was surprised because I didn't heard too much about it.
St. Louis is correct. Very good. $4. And Susan.
They only recently finished paying it off, Montreal.
Yep. That is number 3. A lot of Canadian cities, of course. Okay, we'll go over the other ones here.
I feel like this is
Two.
killing Jared.
Atlanta. Mexico City.
Atlanta.
Lake Placid, and the town now known as Olympic Valley, California. So that would have been your 10. We'll move on to our final question of the game. Okay, name the Shakespeare plays if they were given Rosencrantz and Guildenstern style spin-offs. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are, of course, 2 characters in Hamlet who got their own spin-off. Okay, Banquo and Fion's Ghost Dad, Goneril Girl, 2 Friars, Very Hungry Dogberry, Florizel and Perdita Can't Bear to Leave, Nick Bottom's Rise to the Top, Crab the Dog Unleashed, Mistress Quickly Takes Things Slow, Ajax and Nestor's Excellent Adventure, and Amelia and Balthazar go to Vista Del Mar.
I'm so proud of
Hey.
you.
Joe, you get to give the first answer.
I am just embarrassed how bad I am at this category. I took a Shakespeare class in college, and no.
You do have your rollover.
Well, I'll say number one is the Scottish play. That is
Yes.
bad luck to say.
That is correct. Number one. We're not on a stage, but yeah, I understand. All right. Susan.
The Very Hungry Dogberry has to be Much Ado About Nothing.
That is correct. Much Ado About Nothing. 4 for you. Ian.
Think he was in this? Is Nick Bottom number 6, Midsummer Night's Dream?
Yeah, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Very good. Okay, back to Joe.
I'll go ahead and use my rollover, I think, because I don't know any of the rest of these. I'll send it to Susan.
Okay, Susan.
Okay. I'm going to play it safe, and I think The Two Friars is Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, there is Friar Lawrence and the other friar in that play, so the two friars, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, and you get your turn now.
Ooh. Goneril Girl has to be King Lear.
That's right. She's one of his daughters, King Lear. And we're back to Ian for one more.
I'm stuck between 10 and 8.
Go for 10.
I guess
why not?
I'm last anyway, aren't I?
Yeah.
You're the last player. Yep. You can talk it out if
Okay.
you want.
Because I feel like one of them is Taming of the Shrew, but I don't remember the name of the characters from Taming of the Shrew. I'll say number 8 is Taming of the Shrew.
Number 8 is not Taming of the Shrew. I'm sorry. We'll go over the other ones here. This is the Can't Bear is a bad pun. It's the Winter's Tale. The exit pursued by bear. Crab the dog is from The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Mistress Quickly is in a couple different plays, all the ones with Falstaff, so any of the Henrys, the fourth or fifth, and Merry Wives of Windsor. Ajax and Nestor are from Troilus and Cressida. And the $10 answer, Ian, you'd be really mad if this was Taming of the Shrew. It was actually The Comedy of Errors, which thankfully that round was not. If you want to start the accusations now, go ahead.
All right, so who is it?
It's not me.
Who is it? It isn't me.
It's not me. I'm pretty sure it's Ian.
What?
I was stuck between Ian and Liz last time because it could have been Susan, but I feel like you would have known those Frasier ones anyway. But
Yeah.
is it you, Ian?
It is not me.
You want us to win money, don't you?
I do want to win money.
See, Susan's tough to gauge because
Mhm.
she always knows things.
She's always very good
If you
at
had the
playing
answer,
computers.
it might not
I mean-
make a difference.
Susan knows cities in Canada that hosted the Olympics.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare.
Well, I've seen Much Ado About Nothing twice. And Romeo and Juliet, King Lear. Like, Ian just pulled out that Midsummer Night's Dream.
I was in it.
Really? Who did you play?
Favorite character. Huh?
Who did you play? That's cool.
I had a friend that ran like our Shakespeare club in high school, and a person dropped out, I think like 3 or 4 days before it. So it wasn't like I was in much of it. But I don't remember my character. I only had like 3 lines. I don't even think they have a name really in the thing.
Him, the Elven King.
Yeah, the Elven King.
All right. Joe, Susan, Ian, you're sitting at 84-85. If the two honest players can spot the cheater, they will split that money evenly, $42 apiece. If not, we cut it in half. An honest player leaves the game and the audience gets to vote. Joe, Susan, Ian, lock in your votes now. Got 84-85 in the bank. Joe, Susan, Ian, it all comes down to this. If you vote out the cheater, the two honest players split that money. And we're going to start with Joe. Joe, who's your final vote for?
Well, I second guessed myself a lot, but I landed on Ian.
One vote for Ian. Ian, who did you say?
I voted for Susan because she's the cheater.
One vote for Susan. One vote for
Confidence, I like
Ian.
it.
Susan, what did you say?
I voted for Ian.
It is 2 votes for Ian. He has been voted out of the game. And now it is the ultimate moment of truth. So Ian, for $84.85, were you the cheater?
I just want to say, I went the entire game making no more than $2. And just because I get one question right, that somehow means I'm the cheater, but I was not.
You were not the cheater. Oh no, I'm sorry, your money has been halved once again. Joe, Susan, one of you has duped the other. And now it comes down to the audience. We have 42-43 in the bank. If the audience correctly votes out the cheater, the honest player will split that bank with every audience member who got it right. If the cheater gets away scot-free, they steal the entire bank. All right, Susan, Joe, you're gonna have 15 seconds apiece to defend yourself before the vote. Susan, you get to go first. 15 seconds, go.
I'm not the cheater. As previously indicated, I am Canadian and know cities in Canada that have hosted the Olympics. And I know stuff about Shakespeare. And Joe seems very suspicious.
Okay, Joe, 15 seconds, go.
First off, I am sorry, Ian. You were absolutely right. Susan is the cheater, and I should not have second guessed myself. I trusted her, but I was wrong. So I hope you all got the right answer as well.
Okay, Joe using the "May God have mercy on our souls" defense. Okay. So we have 7 players to vote. They are all going to send me the name of the player they think is the cheater. If they're right, every honest player will split half of that bank, and the honest player will split the other half. Lock in your votes. I'm going to pull up the leaderboard for you so you have the whole spectrum of the game to look at. There we go. And send me your votes. All the votes are locked in. Final vote is underway. We have 7 audience members. We're going to see who they voted for and who will be taking home the money. But before we do that, the cheater has been lying the last 2 rounds, 4 questions. Now we need the truth. Susan, Joe, who was it?
It was me.
Yes.
Susan.
And I feel terrible about it.
Oh, you don't have to feel terrible at the game. All right, Susan, we're going to see if you're going to steal away the entire bank of 42-43, or Joe in the audience will be splitting it.
Well, you have
Jared,
to put that in Canadian
start with
conversion
you.
for Susan if she wins it. So what is it, like $68 then? Like,
What?
Well, now I feel silly for being swayed by Joe's half-assed defense. I said Joe.
To Joe. 1 vote for Joe. CK.
Joe was way too blanky, so I voted for him.
2 votes for
Wait,
Joe.
what was that?
Blinky, you kept blinking your eyes, and I thought, oh,
Oh, my eyes are dry.
right? It's
That's
allergies.
exactly what an honest player
Where
would
are
say.
you? Like,
Lydia.
I said it could be Joe.
Oh my God.
That is 3 votes for Joe. If he gets 1 more vote, the money will be stolen away by Susan. All right, Ash.
I actually said Susan because I believed in my boy Joe.
Ash, you got it right. If the majority of the audience is correct, you will split half that money. All right, Ian.
I said it was Susan because it's Susan.
Can't argue with that logic.
See, Ian
2
knew.
votes for Susan, 3 votes
All
for
this
Joe.
logic.
Liz.
I'm really sorry, Joe.
What?
Oh no.
Why didn't you listen to me? I didn't see you.
Susan,
I wish you
congratulations.
were
You've
further.
stolen away the entire bank of 42-43 from our honest
US
players.
dollars.
Nate will reveal your vote as well. You also voted for Joe, 5-2.
Oh
Susan,
my
you should be
God.
ashamed of yourself.
I am. I feel terrible.
How did no one listen to me?
You
What?
are
Hey, Ian, what did you hear me say? Like, no, I totally believe Joe. I believed it. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. That's our show. Thank you, Brian, for helping out, passing out the questions with your very unique methods. Join us next time on Lie, Cheat, and Steal. Goodbye.
I don't have an accusation, but I have a request that was submitted to me.
Okay, fine.
By a member of the audience to Ian, to sing your vote.
To sing my vote?
Yeah.
Please make sure it is not to the tune of a discernible song that YouTube could flag you.
Yes. Please sing your favorite public domain melody. It's look, I can't reveal who asked or why. I'm just saying it was a request.
I mean, it's from an audience member. I think you can narrow it down pretty well.
Do it to the tune of A Life of Serfdom.
I think I'd rather do it to Noble Surfer.
That's real.
How's it go?
I have no idea.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Would anyone like to accuse anyone instead of just telling Ian to sing a bit?
Why didn't you listen to me?